Hello and welcome to another update video about Ethereum. So in a more traditional TA way, we could consider the current price movement as a bullish flag. Yeah. In an Elliott Wave analysis, you would consider it a correction within a larger uptrend, within again a larger downtrend. Yeah, but we are, in my opinion, still on track here in this wave 4. We obviously reached we completed the minimum expectations here in this wave 4. We talked about that wave 4 in the previous video. Not going to discuss it all again. But the idea is that we're now in a wave 4, should move up ideally in a wave 5 afterwards. That view is valid as long as we're holding the 1230 level. Should we drop lower outside of the box and break below 1205, which is this swing low from the 3rd of January, I would assume that we are breaking down. Yeah. And then it means we are going to go to around 1K. At the moment though, the short-term trend is up and we can use a few guides that will help us. First of all, you can see here that we are in this channel. That's extremely helpful. This channel is a so-called descending wedge as well, so in all likelihood it should break to the upside. The move down is also corrective, which at the moment suggests we should still see further upside in all likelihood. Yeah, you never know for sure, but we can only look for ideal wave patterns, for structures, and what probabilities would suggest. Now this could be an ending diagonal in a wave C. At the moment I have no evidence it's over yet. There was a bit of a spike today. So first we dropped, then there was a spike, but we only made a lower high basically. This could unfold as follows here. You know, as this chart now shows, in a C wave where you can have an overlap between waves 1 and 4, because it's an ending diagonal. That often happens in a C wave. Minimum expectations for the C wave are already fulfilled. We entered the yellow support area. We talked about that in the previous video. Targets have been reached. How do you determine the targets? The target for a fourth wave is calculated by taking the length of the third wave, and we look at the area between the 23.6% retrace and the 50%. Now this is between 1251 and 1230. We've already reached or broken below the 1251 level, so the next logical level to turn around would be the 1239 level. Now we did now find support at the low of the previous wave 4. That sometimes happens and the price starts to move up. At the moment there is no evidence though. I mean, we've seen a little bit of a green candle there, yes, and this move down is corrective. So if we now make a higher high above the wave 2 high, and especially above the B wave high at 1259, I think we have a good confirmation that the move down is over, especially as it would go along with a breakout of the wedge. So a breakout of the wedge would be a very first sign. But then with a trend line, you always have a problem. How do you draw it? You could draw it like that, yeah, or you can just say, okay, I want to draw it like that. Just use the 15-minute candles, whatever. You know, it depends. These look different on different time frames. Probably a reliable one you get on the hourly. But even here, how do you do it? Do you use that wick? Do you just use the wicks? So there's always a bit of discussions, but it's more subjective, you know. But I think best evidence would be a break above the B wave high. Until then, I assume we're going to go lower with the next target at 1239 and then 1230. And if we go below 1230, at least in a sustainable way, then I think this move up is not going to work out anymore. Next target to the upside would certainly be 1270. There is resistance exactly at 1270. I talked to you about it before and said this sort of old resistance area here starts at 1270, so expect some resistance there. That certainly worked out, but ideal target would be around the 1300 mark. That basically this yellow wave 5, which should also develop in 5 waves, should take us higher in 5 waves to the 1300 area in an ideal way. And at the moment it seems to be going that way because the move down looks fairly corrective. So it's extremely interesting. I'm definitely observing this for you. This is all currently embedded in a larger ABC pattern, as you know. ABC. That's currently the view. After that we have a good chance of breaking down. Alternatively, and we won't know that until we get there, and then look at where do we find support, what is the structure that's going to develop down. Because it could also be a wave 1 up, a wave 2 down, a wave 3 up, a wave 4 down, and a wave 5 up. That would be something more bullish. But at the moment, in the short term, these move in a very similar way. Therefore, we can't really distinguish them from each other. But yeah, that's sort of my view about Ethereum. I will definitely keep you updated. Otherwise, not too much has happened. But I'm glad we're moving in such a nicely defined channel. Hope you liked the update about Ethereum. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment and subscribe. And if you really like the content, please check out the channel membership. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye-bye.